Good evening. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So for this video, I'm going to give a quick review on the Hana Kimura Memorial Show, Pinx, that took place today, and the A block of the Best of Super Juniors 30 has been finished, and the two competitors going to the playoffs have been decided. So we're going to go over the standings from the A block, and then we'll also do a quick little preview of the B block matches that are to come up, since the B block is the only block that's left to be finished. So, before we get started, be sure to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty for an awesome lineup of video game themed makeup and cosmetic products. And if you see something you like and want to make a purchase, be sure to use that promo code BlitzballChamp and you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to check that out. Pardon me. So almost fully recovered, with my voice and everything, but I'm getting there. So please continue to keep me lifted up in your prayers. Anyway, the Hana Kimura Memorial Show Pinx, which was earlier today, May 23rd, and this was at Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. This is the third Hana Kimura Memorial Show in history. Like I said before, I didn't get a chance to watch the first two because I wasn't really aware of the first two nor the availability of the first two. So definitely made sure I got a chance to watch this Pinx Memorial Show. And I have to say, starting off, I was kind of disappointed. Not in the card itself, but in the quality of the stream. What I'm referring to, FiteTV had this entire event streamed on their streaming service. And from the beginning to after the third match, the stream was glitchy, low frame rate, and barely even watchable. And see, when I watched this, I didn't even watch it live. This is just from watching the replay. You got a show that happens once a year. And FiteTV, which is known for having this issue on many different occasions, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. FiteTV, come on now. Y'all need to do a better job of maintenance and Q&A on your live streams, both live and archive. Y'all have to do a better job. This is unacceptable. This is so unacceptable. So, unfortunately, it kind of damages the show in a sense, because the stream was so bad for at least the first three matches. And the thing is, I know somebody mentioned on Twitter that there was another site that was streaming this, but I would have to repay another $24 or $30 just to watch it. And it's nobody should have to do that. It's called fix your stream. It's that simple. So, bad form on FiteTV. FiteTV's really dropped the ball on this one. And I'm sure they've dropped the ball on other previous streams before. But FiteTV, y'all really dropped the ball with this. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Do better. Y'all need to seriously do better. Period. And it's like, part of me kind of feels bad for doing this review because, I mean, this is supposed to be a special show remembering and celebrating the life of Hana Kimura. And for almost half of the whole show, glitchy, bad frame rate stream on behalf of FiteTV. It's ridiculous. Royally ridiculous. So, I do apologize in advance if this review seems sort of bland, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that had this issue watching this show. But I will try to do my best. But it was really, really ridiculous. Anyway, there were 6 total matches. 6 total matches. First match, we had the Phoenix of Osaka, Miyuki Takase, versus Saori Anou of Cosmic Angels. And a matchup I was looking so forward to. And I really wanted to try my best to enjoy it, but with the glitchy stream, made it really difficult. So it just, it just wasn't an enjoyable experience. Nothing against the two competitors, because I can imagine they had a banger of a match just from what I was able to see in that time of glitchiness throughout the entire match. But it just really, really didn't look great. It didn't look great. But like I said, that's not on them. That's on FiteTV. But Saori Anou picks up the victory. She had that bridging pin on Miyuki Takase. But I hope those two ladies run it back again sometime in the future, because those two, both competitors, are excellent. Really, really excellent. All right, next up, there was a battle royal. There was a battle royal match that involved some names, a bunch of names I'm not too familiar with, but there's a lot that kind of went on through this match. But like I said, this was another match affected by the low frame rate FiteTV glitchiness. So the competitors were Banana Senga, Tsutomu Ohsugi, Fuminori Abe, Mensore Oyaji, Hibiscus Me, Hanako Nakamori, Big Hash, Chihiro Hashimoto, Super Delphin, Kaz Hayashi, that's a name I hadn't seen in forever, Kyoko Inoue, and Jaguar Yokota. Like I said, it was really hard to enjoy this match due to the glitchiness and the bad quality of the stream. Thanks a lot, FiteTV. But Jaguar Yokota ends up winning this battle royal. And the last person she eliminated was Fuminori Abe. So Jaguar Yokota picks up the victory in this battle royal. One thing I will note is they had everybody in the ring at once, starting out, instead of just one by one, like, Stardom does their battle royals. So, just wanted to note that. All right, next up, we had a singles match. We had Kyuusei Hana Kimura, who was played by Sakura Hirota, taking on Murder Grandpa Minoru Suzuki. Now, it was only near the middle to like the end of this match where the stream finally decided to clear up and actually work like normal. But, you know, already by that time, the match was pretty much a wrap. But it had a very interesting finish. Minoru Suzuki had Sakura Hirota in the sleeper and was getting ready to hit her with the Gotch-style pile driver. And while he had her up in the pile driver getting ready to deliver it, she started tapping out on Minoru Suzuki's leg. The referee saw it and therefore declared this match a submission victory for Minoru Suzuki. I know it sounds weird, but yeah. I guess she didn't want to feel the impact of that pile driver, so while she was in the position, she just started tapping out. So, yeah. Weird ending, but I guess I kind of get it. Okay. Now that the stream actually finally cleared up, the next match was a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. We had the teams of Sonoko Kato and Ryo Mizunami versus Ram Kaicho and Yoko Miyamoto versus Kengo and Minoru Tanaka versus Mayumi Ozaki and Masato Hanahara. Now, the only names that I really recognize are, of course, Ryo Mizunami, Ram Kaicho, Minoru Tanaka, Mayumi Ozaki. Those are really the only names that I recognized. Everybody else I had no idea. But overall, this was a pretty entertaining match. Definitely, I felt like all four teams were showcased really well. I was really digging Ryo Mizunami and Sonoko Kato. I thought that was a very cool team. Very entertaining team. I would have loved to have seen Ram Kaicho do a little bit more in this match, personally. But overall, it was a pretty entertaining match. Ryo Mizunami gets the pin on Yuko Miyamoto after hitting her finisher, that kind of like a version of a Samoan driver / attitude adjustment. But she picks up the victory for her team. But a very entertaining match. One that I actually got to enjoy. So that was really good. Next up, we had my second favorite match of the entire card. We had a trios match. Had a 6-woman tag trios match. On one side, we had the team of Rina from Oedo-tai, the new future Stardom champion, teamed up with Konami and a returning for one night only Def Yama-san. Now, for those that don't know, Rina, Konami, and Def Yama-san were once part of Hana Kimura's Tokyo Cyber Squad faction. And also shout outs to Jungle Kiona, who was there as well for this show. She was also a member of Tokyo Cyber Squad. Ruoka was also a member of Tokyo Cyber Squad at one point. But yeah. So you had them versus the team of Asuka, Shuri, and Natsupoi. Of course, Natsupoi is 1/3 of the Artists of Stardom champions. But yeah, this was a very fun match. Definitely enjoyed both teams. I really liked the callbacks to Tokyo Cyber Squad during this match. So I thought it was very enjoyable. Definitely was digging it. It would have been nice if Konami wore her TCS gear, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But overall, very enjoyable match. Asuka got the pin on Def Yama-san after hitting her with kind of a variation of a Northern Light Bomb, kind of sort of speak. I'm not sure what the name of her finisher is. But Asuka picks up the victory for her, Shuri, and Natsupoi. But a very enjoyable match. Definitely enjoyed it. Definitely loved the callbacks to Tokyo Cyber Squad. So, Really, really cool. And then the main event of pinx came down to a tag team match, and this was definitely my favorite match of the night. We had the team of Aja Kong and Saori, the Sun God, taking on the team of Mika Iwata and the AAAW Women's Champion, Mio Momono. So, very enjoyable match. Definitely main event worthy. And I really love the exchanges that I saw from Saori and Mio. Like, I hope those two ladies have a singles match at some point. I think they would have a great singles match. And you know something? Speaking of Saori, post WWE, she's already had 2 incredible matches, including this one. Because, of course, her return match was against Big Hash, and that was definitely hard-hitting match of the year candidate. And it just goes to show how badly WWE dropped the ball with Saori. Oh no, they had her play a anime schoolgirl and had her get bullied by Tiffany Stratton and Dakota Kai and all sorts of other competitors in WWE. You had the perfect opportunity of a rubber match between Saori and Meiko Satomura, and y'all dropped the ball with that. See, this is why I say so many times, another example of just WWE just not taking advantage and just doing stupid stuff. WWE, they don't think sometimes. They don't think. Had a perfect opportunity, and then now we are getting the chance to see Saori at full power. What she's really been all about ever since the beginning, even before her time in WWE. And we're getting to see that again. This match was awesome. Good to see Aja Kong again. Mika Iwata, it was good to see more of her. I'm starting to see a lot more of her lately, so definitely somebody I've been enjoying. But this match was awesome from start to finish. Excuse me. Pardon me. This match was incredible from start to finish. Hard hitting. All 4 ladies were great. But when it was all said and done, Aja Kong gets the final blow and the pin for her team. She hits Mika Iwata with her signature finish, her finisher, Uraken, and then pins her for the 1-2-3. And Aja Kong and Saori, the Sun God, pick up the victory. And remember, also, those two have faced each other before in the past. They have history as well. So don't be surprised if those two go up against each other again sometime. You know, why not? But awesome main event. Definitely enjoyable. And then I really liked the special tribute that they did throughout the show. The different video packages for the introductions to each match. The video package at the beginning, despite it being glitchy. But I like how they did another one at the end. And then they showed a video reel of different wrestlers saying pinx. And they had wrestlers like Will Ospreay, Io Shirai, Shima, even Mercedes Moné, Kyrie. They had so many wrestlers say pinx. It was awesome. It was a very awesome tribute to Hana Kimura. Like I said, definitely will be missed. Died too young. Way too young. And also shout out to Kyoko Kimura, her mother, for continuously putting these events on for us to have an opportunity to celebrate Hana Kimura. And another reminder of how real and the consequences of cyberbullying. Like, we need to end cyberbullying. It's not cool. It's not cool. Cyberbullying took Hana Kimura away. We need to end cyberbullying. Period. And I'm going to just leave it at that. Anyway, so, like I said, I'm glad I got a chance to see the show, but really the first half, just the glitchiness, low frame rate, shame on FiteTV. Okay. And now we will finish up going over the final standings for the A block of the Best of Super Juniors 30 tournament. The A block has finished, and we now know which two competitors will be advancing to the playoff round. So, let's look at our final results from Block A. Here we go. Alrighty. So, final standings. So, finishing with 2 points with a record of 1-8 is Ryusuke Taguchi. So 1-8. He finally got a victory. The very last match. He got the one victory over Kushida, but losses to Leo Rush, Doki, Hiromu Takahashi, Teton, TJP, Taiji Ishibori, Sho, and Speedball Mike Bailey. But a really rough tournament for Ryusuke Taguchi, but at least he didn't finish winless. So, that's good. Alright, next up, finishing with 4 points, with a record of 2-7, is Kushida, one half of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. He had the 2 victories over Speedball Mike Bailey and Sho, but losses to Ryusuke Taguchi, Leo Rush, Doki, Hiromu Takahashi, Teton, TJP, and Taiji Ishimori. Just could never really get going. Alright, we had one competitor that finished with 6 points, and that is Doki. Doki finished with a record of 3-6. He had the 3 victories over Kushida, Ryusuke Taguchi, and Leo Rush, but losses to Hiromu Takahashi, Teton, TJP, Taiji Ishibori, Sho, and Speedball Mike Bailey. So he had a couple of big wins, but wasn't able to finish with a great record. So, too bad for Doki. Alright, we had one competitor finish with 8 points, and that was Sho from House of Torture. He finished with a record of 4-4. Oh, I'm sorry. No, he finished with a record of 4-5. I'm sorry. 8 points, 4-5. Victories over Ryusuke Taguchi, Doki, Teton, and Taiji Ishibori, but losses to Kushida, Leo Rush, Hiromu Takahashi, TJP, and Speedball Mike Bailey. So, he definitely lost some matches to some big-name opponents. We had 2 competitors that finished with 10 points, and that's TJP and Taiji Ishibori. So Taiji Ishibori finished with a record of 5-4. So victories over Kushida, Ryusuke Taguchi, Doki, Teton, and Speedball Mike Bailey. But losses to Leo Rush, Hiromu Takahashi, Sho, And unfortunately, he had to forfeit against TJP due to injury. Due to, I think it was a vertebrae or back injury. So, unfortunately, Ishimori wasn't able to finish this tournament. So, he had to forfeit that final match against TJP. So, speedy recovery for Taiji Ishimori, for the Bone Soldier. All right, TJP of United Empire. Same thing. Finished with a record of 5-4. Victories over Kushida, Ryusuke Taguchi, Doki, Taiji Ishimori, and Sho, but losses to Lio Rush, Hiromu Takahashi, Teton, and Speedball Mike Bailey. But I still feel like TJP had a good tournament. I think he still had a pretty good tournament. All right. We had 3 competitors that finished with 12 points apiece. And they were Lio Rush, Lio Rush, Hiromu Takahashi, and Teton. So let's look at Lio Rush. Lio Rush finished with a record of 6-3, a very good record. Victories over Kushida, Ryusuke Taguchi, Hiromu Takahashi, TJP, Taiji Ishimori, and Sho. But losses to Doki, Teton, Speedball Mike Bailey. All right, Hiromu Takahashi, current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Same thing. Record of 6-3. Victories over Kushida, Ryusuke Taguchi, Doki, TJP, Taiji Ishimori, and Sho. Or excuse me, 6-2. 6-2. Losses to Lio Rush. Oh no, I was right. 6-3. I was right. Lio Rush, Teton, and Speedball Mike Bailey. And then Teton, 6-3. Victories over Kushida, Ryusuke Taguchi, Lio Rush, Doki, Hiromu Takahashi, TJP. Losses to Taiji Ishimori, Sho, Speedball Mike Bailey. And then finally, the man standing alone at the top of the A block who has secured the number 1 seed of the A block with 14 points with a final record of 7-2 is Speedball Mike Bailey. That's right, 7-2. He had victories over Ryusuke Taguchi, Lio Rush, Doki, Hiromu Takahashi, Teton, TJP, and Sho, and his 2 losses were to Taiji Ishimori and Kushida. So, Speedball Mike Bailey secures the number 1 seed of the A block and will advance to the playoff round. And the runner-up ended up being Teton. Teton got the runner-up position due to the fact that Speedball defeated Lio Rush and Teton defeated Hiromu Takahashi. Him defeating Hiromu Takahashi in the main event secured the runner-up spot. And therefore, Teton advances to the playoff round from Block A. What a comeback for Teton. And Teton had some big wins in this tournament. I mean, over Kushida, over Lio Rush, over Hiromu, over TJP. Teton had some big wins. He had some big wins in this tournament. But yeah, so Speedball Mike Bailey, your number 1 seed. Teton, your runner-up. They will advance to the playoff round of the Best of Super Juniors 30. And just to let y'all know, which I'll review this in the after the B block is complete. So the way the format is, it'll be the number 1 seed of Block A versus the runner-up of Block B, and then the number 1 seed of Block B versus the runner-up of Block A. And then the winner between those two face each other in the finals of the tournament. So that's the way the format is. Now, before we go, let me remind everybody of tomorrow's matches, because remember, May 24th, they'll finish out the rest of the B block. So let's look at some key matches. Pardon me. We got Robbie Eagles versus El Desperado. That's huge, because Robbie Eagles needs this victory. He needs this badly. Master Wato versus Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight has an opportunity to play spoiler. Same thing with Yoshinobu Kanemaru versus Yo. We'll have to see which one of those two will end up spoiling the other. You got Bushi versus Francesco Akira, which really the only thing from that is just bragging rights. Same thing with Clark Connors and Dan Maloney. So you got two bragging right matches. And then you got three important matches that really will determine the fate of who will advance out of the B block. But those are the matches we got left in the B block. And like I said, they will run the B block and finish the B block tomorrow, May 24th. So definitely looking forward to that. Coming down to the wire, finishing up. And we'll have the playoff round secured soon. So I look forward to going over that after the B block finishes. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. Like I said, don't forget to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty. And also, let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Those that checked out the Hana Kimura Memorial Show, Pinx. Let me know what your thoughts of it. Did y'all enjoy the show? Did y'all have the problem watching? Did y'all watch through FiteTV, or did you watch it through another streaming service? Let me know what y'all's experience was watching that show. And then let me know what y'all think about the final standings of the A block of the Best of Super Juniors 30. What'd you think of those final matches? How do you feel about Teton and Speedball Mike Bailey advancing to the playoff round? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Continue to keep me prayed up on my voice. For another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube, I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. I will catch y'all in the next video. Take care. Laters.